Do you wave your terrible towel when Renegade plays like we do? Knock drinks over when JJ shouts, "He scores!" after a Flyer lights the lamp? Paint PSU on your chest for game days? Turn up the sound when the lights go out and the rubber goes down on F1? Join us for the SteelFlyers videocast coming to enlighten you on the Steelers, Flyers, and everything in between. The greatest combination of sports fandom since pineapple was put on pizza. Sit back as we welcome your host, SteelFlyers. Greetings and salutations. I'm your host, SteelFlyers. Click on the like and the subscribe button. Let me know what you think. On this player profile, we're going to be talking about Anthony McFarland Jr., the running back from the Maryland Terrapins, the Steelers' 2020 fourth-round draft pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. The Steelers selected McFarland Jr., the explosive running back from Maryland, 5'9", 190 pounds. He ran the 4.43 at the combine for the 40. So that's, wow. 4.43, that's pretty good. He was pretty close to one of the fastest times, I believe, at the combine this year. So that's a really fast guy. And has that breakaway speed. So that makes him a danger every time he touches the ball. So we'll take that kind of talent and skill any day. We'll take that talent and skill any day. So you can't go wrong with a pick like that from the Terrapins. He was a 2-year starter there, played for 2 seasons. He combined for about 1,600 yards, just a little bit over 1,600 yards in 2 years with 12 touchdowns. So that's pretty good production from a running back. 2 years. He came out for the draft as a redshirt sophomore. So that's pretty much unheard of for somebody to come out that young. He is really young. But boy, he's got some speed. So, and he is a danger to touch the ball. Or he is a danger to break free every time he touches the ball because he does have that kind of breakaway speed. He's very explosive. He's very elusive. That'll be a great addition to the running back room, which now suddenly has become a little bit crowded over the last 2 seasons now with Connor, Snell, and Samuels. And now McFarland is now sprinkled into that. You know what I mean? So that's just to name a few. So that does give the Steelers a really good problem to have at running back. And each back kind of gives its own, gives their own range, gives their own size, gives their own skill set to the team. And so each one, can do their own thing with screens and coming out of the backfield to catch passes, H-back, whatever the Steelers need at running back. We have that covered with everybody that's in that room. And with McFarland, you just add a guy with that breakaway speed that has that extra gear, that get up and see you. Okay, and let's face it, speed kills. And everybody that you talk to is going to tell you that, and you can't argue that. And he's got good elusiveness. He's got good vision, so he sees the field very well. And I like this pick. Funny, preseason. Well, that would have been a perfect spot to see our fourth-round draft pick perform. However, since that's not going to happen this year, we're not going to have any preseason. That's not going to be the case since they've all been canceled. So, what's that going to mean for Mr. McFarland? Also, the other thing, too, is that the NFL has mandated that the teams must reduce their training camp rosters to 80 players by the 17th of August. So normally they carry 90 players during training camp, but this year, because of everything, they're going to reduce everything down to 80 players. So, okay, those 10 players that will be cut from the roster are not going to be slated for the practice squad. So they're going to be they'll probably have to be outside looking in, which that's the unfortunate thing. But I don't think that McFarland's going to have to worry about that at all. I really just I don't think he's going to have that problem with his speed and elusiveness. I look to him to be some sort of in the rotation in the backfield, some way, shape, or form. Tomlin and Fiechner are going to try and find a way to get this kid on the field. He's going to take Lev Bell's old number. So we'll see what that looks like. It's going to be odd seeing another number 26 out there running the ball and it not being Lev Bell. So McFarland has that speed and that elusiveness. We'll see how he comes out of camp because we're not going to be able to have the preseason games. So we'll see how his blocking skills work, and we'll see how his pass catching skills work, and how his coming out of the backfield for those swing passes and even potentially running out there and lining up on the line as being a potential slot back or slot receiver or H-back or something along those lines. So we'll see if he's going to be able to translate into the pro game. Look, we all know that speed kills, and so we can't deny that at all. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things that if you give the guy the ball and he can be elusive, I mean, he's 5'9" and he's 200 pounds, so he's pretty thick for being 5'9". So that's a good problem. I mean, he kind of reminds me of a smaller Saquon Barkley type thing. He just kind of comes across like that. He's got that good speed and size and everything like that. So it's just going to be interesting to see how things progress out of training camp since we're not going to have preseason games. So we'll see how that goes. I think he'll probably make the team. I think he'll probably be in the rotation at least. We'll see. It all depends on how things go in the preseason. If anybody gets hurt, he'll obviously be available to step in. So we'll see how that goes too. Plus, we all know how the rookies hit that wall. You get to like week 11 or week 10, and they're kind of hitting the wall. So, and because they didn't have a preseason, and this has been an unusual off-season virtual OTAs and things of that nature. So we'll see how things go. But I like this pick. We'll see how it goes. I'd say I'd give this a B- for Pittsburgh. We've got quite a plethora of horses to run in the room now. So, and I like the addition of McFarland. I think he gives us another versatile back that has that speed. So can't go wrong with that. This has been your host, SteelFlyers. Please hit the like and subscribe. Please follow me on SteelFlyers or on Twitter at SteelFlyers52. Also, website, www.steelflyers.com. Check us out there. Also, check us out on the YouTube. Please hit the like and subscribe. Stay tuned next time when we talk about another player profile. This is your host, SteelFlyers. Stay safe, stay strong, and hang tough.